In the small coastal town of Arcadia Bay, a mystery lingers, leaving behind a trail of secrets that have left the world baffled. Today, we delve into the enigma of Rachel Amber, a young woman whose life was tragically cut short. Or was it?
A lot of things in Arcadia Bay are connected to Rachel.
I know enough to not want to know anymore.
Was Rachel really the victim of a tragic accident? Or did she never leave us at all?
People think I'm crazy, but I know Rachel's out there. She has to be. There's too much evidence.
Let's embark on a journey to uncover the truth. One that could change everything we thought we knew about Rachel Amber and redefine the very fabric of reality itself. Rachel Amber, born July 22, 1994 in Long Beach, California, moved to Arcadia Bay, where she quickly became the most popular student at Blackwell Academy.
She is amazing. If you're into chicks that are hot, smart, and hot.
She's so artistic. I bet she would be a dream model.
She was just a natural beauty, you know?
She's brilliant and talented. I was gonna say hot.
Oh, everybody loves her. Little Miss Perfect.
Rachel's life seemed perfect on the outside, but as we know, things aren't always what they seem.
Don't tell anyone I told you, but my cousin's friend knew Rachel, and she said there was something real off about her, like she was hiding something. I thought she was just jealous, but the rumors really started spreading after what happened.
On April 22, 2013, Rachel's life took a dark turn when she was kidnapped and accidentally killed by Nathan Prescott under the manipulation of a once respected and admired teacher, Mark Jefferson. Her body was discovered in a shallow grave by Max Caulfield and her close friend, Chloe Price.
I loved her so much. How can she be dead? What kind of world does this?
I'm Detective Dick Harrison from a few towns over, brought in to assist, and it was one of the most disturbing cases I've ever worked on. Rachel's death and what we found in that dark room left a deep scar on me and everyone in this town.
Yet despite her confirmed death, some fans of the Life is Strange series believe she might somehow still be alive, reborn, or even transcending time itself.
I don't care what anyone says, there's no way she could actually be dead. You can't convince me. There's just no way someone like Rachel could be gone. She's just too important, and I know that we would be best friends.
Rachel had a way of fitting in wherever she went, becoming whoever she needed to be.
She was able to blend in with everybody, even with people I hated.
But there were other sides to Rachel that not everyone saw.
I heard insane stories about Rachel.
There was a darkness to Rachel Amber, a tendency toward rebellion, manipulation, and unpredictability.
Rachel partied like a fiend on her own.
But was her death a facade?
What would it take to convince you? Holy shit.
The belief Rachel never truly left our earthly world was already a spark in many minds. But the flames grew when footage released for a sequel to Life is Strange called Double Exposure. A character with physical features similar to Rachel appeared.
Oh, it's totally her. They've got the same shaped facial features. They have the same birthmark. My For You page is already covered in clear evidence, but then I saw Kylie Brown listed in the cast and I actually lost it. Seriously, I threw up a little, but not because I was crying or anything, but just because I was freaking out.
By the 14th of June, just one day after the Double Exposure reveal livestream, billions and billions of fans flooded the internet and movie database to confirm that Rachel's original voice actor, Kylie Brown, was in fact listed as part of the cast.
Holy shit.
Fuck yes.
Sadly, by June 15th, Kylie Brown was removed from the cast list.
Harsh, man.
Listen, anyone can just edit an IMDb page. Fans, or maybe even Deck 9 or Square Enix, were probably just trying to cause chaos or build hype.
I think when she was removed, it was like more evidence that it is her, but it was like a mistake and they wanted to cover it up because like, what about her voice?
Seems like Safi rubbed a few people the wrong way. The fact that you believe that makes me feel better.
They sound exactly the same.
After running spectral voice prints, I concur. The frequencies in Loretta Rice's vocal patterns align almost eerily with those of Rachel Amber. I matched their intonation spikes, right down to the tiniest vocal tremors. It's like they're two echoes of the same voice, separated by time.
But shortly after, additional evidence pointed to the contrary.
Yes, Ashlyn Heidemann, a very talented and ambitious actor, not unlike our Rachel Amber, sent a few messages. I'm told it's called a reel on the social media platform Instagram. One image had a link to the Life is Strange double exposure reveal video. The other displayed a compressed video with additional text pointing to her that read, "Here's my character." Additional sources confirm these claims. The Molina Company, a public relations firm, also sent a congratulatory message to Ashlyn Heidemann, whom they say is their client.
Ashlyn's Instagram biography revealed the character's name as Loretta Rice. Still, the fandom believes there's more to the story.
No, I'm not convinced it's not her yet. They're just so similar. My brain is like struggling to come to terms with it not being her, and it's just like not working. It has to be her, and there's just more to it.
Rachel Amber is a dragon made of diamonds.
Dragon made of diamonds.
I guess you could say I'm good with people, yeah.
Could Rachel's ability to fit in with everyone have been the result of her manipulation of form? Her ability to seem everywhere at once suggested she was more than just a teenage girl.
Life needs a little mystery.
Rachel saved my life. She was my angel.
One clue may lie in Rachel's eyes, strikingly beautiful, yet identical to her adopted mother's, despite having no biological connection.
Using biometric facial recognition software, I compared Rachel Amber's eyes to those of her adoptive mother. The result? A 99.8% match in the curvature of the iris, the placement of the pupils, and even the minor asymmetry in the eyelids.
Even stranger, Rachel shares the same eyes as Skip Matthews, a Blackwell security guard.
Whoa!
Could they be related, or is something supernatural at play?
Oh, they have the same eyes. Shocker. Reusing character assets is a common practice. Creating efficiencies like this allows them to focus more time and resources on parts of the game that really matter. It's smart development.
When I applied my facial recognition algorithm to Skip Matthews and Rachel Amber, I found a near-perfect match in their ocular structure. The same iris measurements, the same pupil size, even the same pattern of light reflection across the cornea. This kind of match is an impossibility between people without shared genetics. But here we are. It's as if they're one and the same.
But what could possibly explain these impossible similarities? The answer may lie in the supernatural.
She was special. A human chameleon, so many visual possibilities.
Could Rachel have taken on different forms, shifting between identities like a human chameleon?
Meow.
In many ancient myths, shapeshifters are beings who can transform themselves, assuming different identities to survive or hide. Rachel's ability to charm those around her might be a reflection of a deeper power, one that allows her to move through the world unnoticed, changing her form to suit her needs.
I saw a doe that seemed to be looking right at me, like it was trying to communicate.
Shape-shifting now? Really? No. The devs already confirmed that the doe is Rachel's spirit animal, which honestly is an insensitive and misappropriated phrase, so let's just stick with spiritual essence. The doe represents her energetic presence, not her literally running around Arcadia Bay with hooves and antlers.
The power to transform into animals is not mere fantasy. It's rooted deeply in the spiritual practices of many cultures. Those who scoff at such possibilities forget the transformation is a power older than any written history.
Rachel can absolutely turn into anything she wants. She's so iconic. It's like, okay, oh, I want to show Max something. I'll turn into a doe now because I'm like in the forest, so it won't scare her.
I feel like the doe is leading me.
She probably like gave Max that Jane Doe shirt too. It's like the shapeshifter way of like sliding into Max's DMs, like Riz factor 20 out of 10.
So if Rachel is shapeshifting into other forms, then why? And how could she be in the same location as her adopted mother at the same time?
Rachel always had this aura about her. She was ambitious, yes, but also restless. I wouldn't be surprised if she found a way to bend the rules to get what she wanted.
What if Rachel's powers extend even further, not only shifting between faces, but between time itself? Time is a force we barely understand, and in Arcadia Bay, it's anything but linear. But could Max Caulfield, the only known character with the power to manipulate time, be assisting Rachel in her plot?
Are you serial?
And if so, could she bring Rachel back from the dead?
I don't know.
And even if she could, why would she risk her health and the chaos that would unleash if she did?
Any more questions?
Prior to the double exposure release, the fandom had theories.
Max never knew Rachel personally, but she was deeply connected to Chloe, Rachel's close friend. It's clear Max has unresolved feelings surrounding Chloe. So maybe she wanted to rewrite history and save someone she never knew to help resolve those feelings.
They really were besties. That could have been me instead of Rachel.
Those who seek to return a soul to this world act often not out of reason, but out of sorrow, a deep, aching sorrow that blinds them to the chaos that might unleash.
Or maybe because of Rachel's experience with being murdered and all, Max needs information that only Rachel could know to solve these mysteries she's always getting involved in.
Whatever Rachel's role in double exposure is or is not, many fans believe she transcends time itself.
Don't you just feel like everything's possible?
New evidence emerged, a photograph of Rachel as a child with her father, initially to connect Rachel to Loretta Rice.
See the blue jacket she's wearing. Look familiar? It's the same jacket she's wearing here in double exposure.
But after the Loretta theory was debunked, a new one emerged as some noticed Rachel's face looked odd in that same photograph.
We initially suspected the childhood photo to be an amateur Photoshop job. However, after a thorough analysis using advanced facial recognition software and cross-referencing with known photographs of Rachel Amber, we found no evidence of image doctoring. What's puzzling is that the face in the photo appears to be an older version of Rachel, yet it's on a smaller, child-sized body. This anomaly left us confused, but the evidence strongly suggests this is indeed a genuine photo.
Could it be that Rachel traveled through time, perhaps to a time when everything was simple? A time that could allow her to change the fate of everyone in Arcadia Bay? In the world of Life is Strange, where time manipulation is possible, this theory holds weight.
Look, I love a good time travel story as much as the next gamer, but let's not kid ourselves. She burned that photo in a fire before the events of double exposure. It's not just gonna come back.
Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if she like time traveled and put that jacket on and then she forgot to take it off. And then she traveled again to Lakeport and she saw Max and she was like, oh no. And she's like, oh, hi, I'm Rachel. I mean, Loretta Rice. Oh my God, that would be so funny.
If a photo was destroyed, Max couldn't use it anymore. This theory assumes the game developers just forgot about basic continuity.
But who says that the Rachel that burned that photo wasn't a Rachel from the future?
Are you serious?
And why was it burned anyway?
I was having a bad day.
Could Rachel's motive for destroying the photograph she cherished so much not be related to anger at her father? Could a new version of Rachel taken on the form of teenage Rachel again to destroy evidence of her early failed attempt to assume the form of a child that could prove she had shape-shifting abilities?
What?
Shape-shifting and time travel are often intertwined in folklore. Some beings can not only change their form, but move through time, appearing as different versions of themselves.
Could this photograph be evidence that Rachel has the ability to manipulate both time and her appearance? Or is something more manipulative and sinister at play?
Fire is jealous. It wants all the beauty for itself.
What if Rachel used her abilities to escape into a reality where she had more control?
Rachel is capable of anything, and that's why I have to meet her. Like I said, we would totally be best friends. We have so much in common. Oh.
While many are distracted by Rachel's beauty and charm, a select few know she has a manipulative and vindictive nature, with a history of stealing, underage drinking, setting wildfires, and drugging peers. Even those closest to her were often kept in the dark, especially about hidden relationships with unexpected locals.
Oh, that girl was always in a spicy pickle of her own making. She'd sneak out late at night, but it wasn't just the sneaking, it was the wardrobe changes. One night, I'd seen her sneak out in these super fancy clothes, like designer level stuff. Definitely not the kind of thing you'd wear for just anyone. But then, the next night, she'd be in ripped jeans and a hoodie, slipping out the back door like she's off to meet sketchy folk. That girl had secrets.
Rachel. Oh, God. She was the one good thing in my life.
While local drug dealer Frank Bowers wasn't shy about his feelings, Rachel kept her supposed closest friend in the dark.
Rachel straight up lied to my face. I can't believe she was banging Frank.
But rumors in town surfaced that Frank's feelings were based on Rachel's lies.
Rachel wanted Frank's stash. She let him take pictures, then he carries around her photo like she posed for love. Dumbass.
Frank wasn't the only one. A mysterious letter found in a junkyard sanctuary that Rachel and Chloe often visited illustrated a darker picture.
What's up with this weird secret relationship?
Yes, the letter. Everyone jumped to the conclusion that the letter was about Frank, right? But come on, that's way too obvious. It's more likely about Mark Jefferson.
Rachel Amber absolutely had sex with him.
Rachel was in love with me. We had a real connection.
Mark Jefferson was just one piece of Rachel Amber's tangled life. A life full of hidden relationships and buried truths.
It's all lies.
But behind the lies, Rachel may have been losing herself.
Rachel was always trying to be perfect for everyone. She wanted so much, and sometimes it felt like the weight of it all was too much for her.
The more she pretended, the further she strayed from the person she once was.
Do you think there's a point when you've been acting so much that you don't even have your own personality anymore? You're just whatever you think other people want you to be.
And as truth weighs heavy on one's soul, so does the desire to escape the tangled web of secrets.
Because life is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Maybe Rachel found a way to escape, to be free from all those expectations. It's tragic, but maybe it's given her peace.
Okay, here's what I really think. Because, like, Rachel's a really good actress, and she really wanted to leave town. She didn't want to be in Arcadia Bay, and there's no way her dad would have let her do that. I kind of think she faked her death. Okay, not the creepy stuff Jefferson did, no. Like, the actual dying part. It would, like, help her leave the dark room. And then, like, they would have to bury her because, like, they thought she was dead. It's just like Romeo and Juliet. And then, like, oh my God, she has experience playing Shakespeare.
Was her death just another performance?
The whole thing is a performance.
Okay, this is just getting stupid. They found her body, her actual body. Rachel was murdered. She's gone.
Rachel's body was identified, no question about it. The evidence backs that up, but it was strange. Her clothes were found outside the burial site. Now, why would a killer that careful make a mistake like that? I can't say that it means she faked her death, but it leaves a crack in the story. One I can't quite close.
Clothing, a body, just masks. And Rachel had many. In the shadows of the Egyptian pyramids, it was whispered that the pharaohs themselves knew how to vanish from this world. It is possible if one understands the ancient ways.
Those glyphs remind me of the wind.
What if Rachel's final performance transcended the body she left behind? What if she controlled more than time, her form, and perceptions? Rachel Amber has always been surrounded by whispers of forces beyond the ordinary. Some believe she can tap into the element of wind, swirling around her as if it is at her command. Some believe fire is her power, a spark she can harness within.
That's hot.
Yeah, remember who she played in that Shakespeare play I was talking about? Prospera in The Tempest. Hello. What did she control? The weather.
So much destruction.
Here we go, theories that actually have some weight with actual evidence in the gameplay and align with the Life is Strange universe.
Were these abilities mere side stories to a gaming franchise universe? Or were they fueled by something more powerful than we could ever imagine?
You never know where a deadly spark will come from.
It was believed that late night, May 7th, 2010, the wildfire broke out in Culmination State Park. It started small, but by 2:02 a.m., May 8th, it had spread fast, turning into an active Class D fire, extremely dangerous.
I heard the rumors that Rachel caused it, and her emotions fueled the flames or something real supernatural or something like that.
I was angry. I didn't expect the whole stupid park to go whoosh.
If she'd done that, who knows what else she'd done.
Yeah, sometime before 1:23 p.m. on May 9th, the fire was out. Not just contained, but completely out. Oregon wildfires typically burn for sometimes months, even under control, and in all my years, I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, that was like right when Rachel got stabbed. So you can't expect her to like sustain a fire if she's hurt, you know? Girls gotta heal. True icons have good self-care, you know?
But what if fire and wind weren't just elements that she controlled, but part of something deeper, something more ancient, lurking beneath the surface?
Fire and wind are not separate forces, they are intertwined. Together, fire and wind form a cycle, transformation fueled by freedom, a dance of elements that both destroy and elevate. Rachel Amber, caught between these powers, embodies both, an unstoppable force of change and a spirit set free to soar.
OMG, Rachel's a friggin' bird. I never noticed it before, but it's so obvious. Listen.
After isolating the audio from Rachel's scream, I noticed distinct sonic patterns that are rarely found in human voices. When I ran it through my avian frequency analyzer, the result was startling. A near-perfect match to the call of our most powerful birds, eagles, hawks, falcons. It's almost as if the two sounds have converged into one. Something I've never seen in any previous analysis.
Birds have long been symbols of escape and freedom, but some are tied to forces far more ancient. Birds that do not only fly, but burn brightly before returning, transformed.
A creature of legend, known across cultures as a symbol of death and rebirth. The phoenix. Its life is one of brilliance, its feathers glowing like the sun itself.
OMG, the feather. Rachel's been telling us this whole time. She's basically been screaming it in our faces.
And in the end, when the time comes, the phoenix does not fear death. Instead, it embraces it, building a nest of twigs and setting itself aflame. It burns, reduced to ashes, but from these ashes it rises again, reborn anew. The fire does not consume it. It transforms it, a cycle of life, death, and renewal that continues endlessly.
Do you think she's alive?
She'll always be alive in our hearts.
The evidence has always been there. She could charm everyone and she was tired of lying. Proof that she shape-shifted into people and animals to hide from it all. Proof that she could manipulate time, disappearing and reappearing as if untethered from any moment. Proof she harnessed wind and fire, bending the elements to her will. Proof her voice was the cry of a powerful bird, leaving no doubt she was more than human. But the ultimate proof lies in a message from Rachel herself. I've been dead for millions of years. A cryptic statement, but its meaning is undeniable. Rachel has lived, died, and been reborn over and over again. Just like the phoenix, she rises from the ashes of death, her life a cycle of fire and renewal.
Oh my god, I knew it. Rachel was so special, but this is next level. I can't believe I just wrote off that text like it was Chloe's nightmare. Of course she's been alive for 1,000,000 years as a shape-shifting, time-traveling phoenix. Oh my god, this is unbelievable. Oh my god, I know what I'm gonna be for Halloween.
I've worked a lot of cases, but this one, there's something I can't quite shake. I don't know if I believe in the supernatural, but Arcadia Bay, it's a strange place.
The truth is clear. Rachel Amber is more than a memory, more than a girl lost to time. She is an ancient force of fire and rebirth, returning again and again, each time more powerful than before. But with this knowledge comes a new question, one even more unsettling. What power will she wield when she returns again? And more importantly, what will Rachel Amber have in store for Arcadia Bay, Lakeport, Vermont, and beyond?
Let me know when you figure out which one.
Help us spread this knowledge by sharing this video with others that yearn to solve the greatest mysteries. And until next time, keep your eyes open and your theories strange.